right, y'all, before we start, because some of y'all be tripping, under the advice of counsel, I got to add that the views, thoughts, opinions that are expressed on this podcast are mine and mine alone. They do not represent my employer. All right, let's go.
Because I was like, damn, do we really want to get into this discussion? Because if we get into this discussion right here, y'all.
What's up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Reach My Force Finest, the podcast. And I got our good, great friend here, Eddie B, the comedian.
What's up?
What's your stage name?
Eddie B.
Eddie B. So, y'all, I was on Eddie B's podcast a couple of weeks ago, last week.
Yeah.
And so he did promise me that he was going to make an appearance at the 4, and he is here. So we are going to do one episode of this, and hopefully, if I get some more Don Julio in him, he will do Teachers After Dark. That's the plan. So, what's up? Introduce yourself to the people that don't know you. Tell us a little bit about what you do, how you got started in teaching. I always call you the teacher social media GOAT, because if we look back at when teachers started talking about what's going on in public education, I low-key think it was kind of with you on Facebook. Not raw, not as raw as you could have been, but the comedic spin gave everybody the comedic relief. So, let's get it.
What's up? First of all, thank you for having me on, man. It's lovely what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Be blessed.
Thank you.
By the teacher gods. For sure. Eddie B, you know me, man. Your favorite teacher's favorite teacher, bad boy on campus. Oh, man, teaching kind of fell on me a little bit. I didn't want to teach. I was one of them ones who didn't want to. I was working at a car wash before I started teaching, and teaching was better than working at a car wash, for sure. That's so I thought. I tell people shit. Sometimes I miss the car wash, for real. But, man, I didn't know I was going to be in the game for 13 years as an educator. You know, them years they stack up on you, man. Mm-hmm. And that's what it did. You know, the typical teaching situation, a few schools. My first job was at an alternative school. I don't know if you remember CEP. Mm-hmm. CEP Ferndale, that's where I was. That was more like a holding tank, man. There wasn't no school. You wasn't no teacher. You was more of a probation officer. Yeah. Or, it was good for you to just have your classroom quiet when they come in. They didn't care about no work, no nothing. So that was my first experience of teaching. So I was in the game 13 years. Actually, before I came back to teaching, I had retired already. Mm-hmm. I was donezo, man. And I told people, I never go back. I'm sick of that. Boy, that money got low, though.
Teaching money was better than something?
Well, I'm just saying, when you take out your little retirement early, a little annuity, when the people be in the library trying to corner you, yeah, you take that out early, they gonna rape you. So I only had a couple thousand to work with, and my plans ain't work out, so back to teaching. But the situation I was in, they respected me though. They like, I got years under my belt, kind of know what I'm doing now. Came back, and I tell people I retired, came back and got retired. Like I was reminded why I left the first time. For sure. Yeah. And I asked God for some ideas, man. I was a traveling comedian. You know, do the rooms, nightclubs, whatever. Teach and then go do the comedy rooms at night. Drunk, tipsy, come to school still hungover. But that was the grind, you know what I'm saying? That was the grind. And one day I just, asked God for some ideas. He gave me one. I used to put out videos all the time. And he's like, hey, man, you put a video out about this. You been tired of this. Mm-hmm. He's talking about he ain't had to say what it was.
Right.
I was in my classroom. I'm like, okay. So I shot a video for my kids got in there. When they came in, I gave them some busy work so they wouldn't bother me. So I can edit, and I lock the door so when nobody come in and observe. You know how they try to pop up on you. And I put the video out around about lunchtime, man, and I got my same little 5,000 views. It wasn't nothing. The video was about what teachers really want to say.
Right.
This time of year, it was real wordy. I just know I meant it. I was just venting. Hell, man, the next day, that thing was at like 100,000 and something. I thought something was wrong with my laptop. Mm-hmm. So I closed it back up and opened it. Shit, my bad. it was at 100-something thousand. So I'm like, oh, this is real. So I was naive. I thought somebody just, a celebrity just grabbed it and shared it with their followers. Nah, it was a domino effect. So a lot of teachers around the world felt the same way from everywhere. Bermuda, I ain't know they had teachers in Bermuda. I thought that's where ships went to go sink. You feel me? Bermuda, they was talking about how they going through the same thing. So one thing led to another. All the 13 years of craziness I've been through, it just came back in one moment. And as they say, it's history. The rest is history from there. Then the comedy came into play with the Teachers Only Comedy Tour. Everything that I had been through just came into play right then and there, man. So, I finished the year with my kids. Okay. That happened to me in the fall, and my kids was looking at me like, "What you gonna do?" I'm like, "I don't know. Don't rush me. Don't rush me." I came back. I finished. That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, though. Work for yourself, then come back and work for somebody else, especially on the campus, man. Yeah, but I finished with them though, so I think that probably has something to do with my longevity, though. What school district were you teaching at? Because you're in the Houston area. Yep. What school districts were you? Can you name them? Yeah, mainly HISD, mainly. Okay. There wasn't no other district. That was the district. Brought through the fire, man. Yeah. Yeah, you can do anything. You teach HISD. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's where I got my stripes. Jones, Albert Thomas. Yeah, that's my alma mater. I went to Jones. Yeah. Yeah. You different then. Yeah. That explains a lot. Jesus is real. That is. So let's talk about when you made the transition from the classroom to working for yourself full time, doing social media full time. What was that like? I mean, it just happened the way it happened. You know what I'm saying? It was a good experience because my shows, biggest shows I ever done, I was on with somebody else. When I go on the road, I'd be one of the openers. When nobody come to see me, so I had to grind. So now it's different now. You people come to see me. It's a lot of white folks too. Yeah, you gotta. So you gotta understand. I ain't never, one time I performed at it was at the Improv, and they did something for Aflac, all they workers. Nobody black in there, right? And all my comedy was just hood and, my experiences. I mean, I ain't get booed or nothing, but I got crickets. They ain't know, because they know what I was talking about. I'm talking about baby mama drama and all that. They have wholesome families. They don't know what I'm talking about. So now I got all these people, and don't nobody look like me. And my material is raw. I know y'all see my video, because, it ain't started like that. Right. I was raw coming into the game, and so I'm still busting them big words, and it was turning some of them off. And they wouldn't say it right then and there, but, they love to go to the comments. They love to do a review. My grandmother was there, and now she knows about, right. I used to do this joke about the beaver because I had the gap in my mouth, and never mind. I can imagine. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I said now my grandmother knows that the beaver is. I'm like, man, whatever. Thank you for your money, man. but I got a heart though. I didn't want to keep doing it, so I had to switch it up. But yeah, the tour came. It happened so fast. I had to learn how to do teacher comedy on tour. I had no material, no teacher material. All my stuff was hood stuff. I may have like one teacher joke in my whole set. And that's kind of why I had a team with me. You could say, just being blatantly honest, man, I kind of maybe use it as a crutch. Or you know what, I just say a stepping stone a little bit to a bridge. Yeah. I have people on to fill in time to, I create on stage. So as I built my set, I would have these people, these gap fillers in there. So that's what it was. And then one day it was just me. How long have you been out of the classroom? Oh, Lord. Since my last year teaching was the 2016-17 year. 2006. So how are you keeping relevant as far as teaching material? I always feared that if I left the classroom, I would lose credibility and I would lose relevancy. With who? With the people, because that's what people love. People love to say that you ain't even in the classroom no more. You don't even understand what you're doing. Man, tell them, shut up. them ones can shut up. The real ones understand. The reason why, man, you ain't got to worry about nothing because ain't nothing changed. Only thing changed is some acronyms. Right. They change tests, they change labels, they change titles. Everything the same. So I ain't set foot in. I mean, I visit school, but I ain't taught since. And the stuff I'm talking about, oh my God, it's new teachers coming along. Like, right. He speaks my language. Well, I ain't taught since 2017. It's the same language. So don't nothing change. So you don't worry about that. But but still stay in there, find out what the new terminologies are. And SPED here, ESE over here, librarian over there, media specialist. You can't even call her janitor no more. He's a custodian now. Or now they might call him. It's just subtle stuff. So the game don't change.
So now I'm about to get in your business a little bit. I feel like we did the niceness. So let me get in your business. I noticed that you do your own comedy tours.
Yeah.
At what point you were with the board teachers?
No, it was never with the board
okay.
teachers. Don't do that.
Check me.
Yeah, man.
Check me.
Yeah.
All right. So let me rephrase that.
Check. I ain't mean it.
That was a little diva. It's okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Man.
So I have seen videos with you on their podcast.
Say that.
I'm trying to choose my words.
You good?
On their podcast, I've seen some of your posts be used on their page. Trying to choose my words carefully. And so at one point I said, "Oh, he's with board teachers."
Yeah.
And that was very interesting to me because I know a couple of my teacher friends, my teachers' social media content creator friends, have expressed reaching out to board teachers several times to work with them, to collab with them, to no avail, to ignore emails, to ignore comments in social media sections, to ignore it. So I ain't gonna hold you though. I was like, I saw you sitting on that couch a couple times and I was like, ugh.
They got a Geo.
I ain't rocking with it.
They snuck a Geo.
I don't like it. Let's talk about that.
Every now and then they got to sneak a G in they camp.
Okay.
But I was just victim. I just fell victim to being so gullible about anything teacher. I'm with it. If you doing something, I'm like, yeah, it's for the teachers. Yeah, do it. Oh, they reach out to me to get my video. Yeah, man, it's for the teacher. Yeah, you can reach out. Oh, could you give us a video with the watermark not on? I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, it's for the teacher. Like, I was so invested because you got to understand how I came out. I came out the classroom in this, so I'm still painting, going through stuff that I went through in teaching. I'm with the people who's struggling. First thing I did with any kind of money is, set up long lines outside the Lakeshore Learning Store. Hundreds of teachers out there I'm shelling money off, man. Like, I was with them. So anything that was teacher, I was with it. And they, some people, they come in with a business model and they not really invested in teachers. They invested in the look of it. And I didn't see it at first. Okay. So that's why you saw it. And the podcast thing, I don't know if you want to talk about that here on this other one.
We can talk about it here because I do have questions because when I think of board teachers, and I know they're probably gonna come for me when I make this, and this is just my
who's gonna come for you?
The board teachers and their camp and their friends and their millions of followers, but I just want clarifying questions answered. All right. So when I see board teachers, I initially said, "Oh, this is a group of teachers who were big on social media during the COVID time. They were keeping us all entertained, uplifted, whatnot, doing a great job. A lot of them were relatable. It was all good.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, they created a little team, a little club, a little clique, and now it's the big popular teachers' social media influencers coming on and got this little conglomerate going. I don't want to say little because that's a hating word. This conglomerate of sorts going on. And then you see certain people that get to come be guests and sit on the couch and talk. And I said, oh, this is interesting. These are all the palatable, I love using that word. These are all of the palatable social media teachers that they're having come sit on their couch. I know it's other teachers that are relevant right now that they probably could be using to sit on their couch. But then when you said take the watermark off the videos, now everything is clicking to me. And it's sounding businessy.
I got receipts on all this shot.
It's sounding businessy. And so when you are into content creation, right, we know our videos are currency. And if you make a video, and I'm going to use you. If I make a video, right, my video could get 1,000 views, right? I could be working really hard on that video. I could be talking to some real shit on that video. That video would get 1,000 views. I noticed that with myself and sometimes other teacher creators, a board teacher could get on the podcast and on their platform and make the same points, but because they have a certain look and they have a certain tone, that video would get 1 million views.
No, it ain't the certain look or the tone. It's the following. Board teachers have a following.
Yes.
So the following is going to see it. So it ain't them with this fly hot content that they probably stole.
I'm glad you said it. I wasn't.
I'm just saying.
Glad you said it. I wasn't gonna say it.
I got receipts, fam. Sorry.
Okay.
I got receipts, and I ain't balked not one time. But come on, man, what y'all scared of them for, man? The big dog sitting here, and I ain't balked. But I see something though. That real is getting, they trying to push that real aside, but steal from it. Mm-hmm. And I don't like that at all. And that's what I represent. Just because you see me not cussing on my video, that's because I got kids to feed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my kids can't eat me tripping.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they want to hear. I got to take the cuss words out, but I'm raw, though. Mm-hmm. I'm right on the brink about to cuss on stage, and they can feel that, and I think they love that part, too.
Yeah.
Even on my videos, sometimes, when I go live, I had to watch it, man. They have Kirk Franklin playing behind me or something, because I might get loose. But basically, it's board teachers. The main guy hits me up. I don't even deal with I don't know.
You don't know the cast.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like the people I interviewed with on the podcast, I met them.
Okay.
But yeah, they do the business or whatever, and that was fine. That was at the time I didn't know about the watermark thing because I wasn't trying to make money online. I was making money on tour. So when I found out about it, I'm like, oh, they making bread off me.
Off you.
Whoa, oh. I'm like, okay, and then the tour came after my tour, so they modeled it after, but they put their following on it, which is great. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. But we got it out the mud here.
Yeah.
And like I learned as I went. But yeah, they I'm not gonna say. I just know a couple of them. I've heard my stuff verbatim on stage. Did I say something? No. They advertise. These
are your receipts that you have.
Got receipts,
your own material verbatim.
Come on, man. Lord have mercy. I got so much character by accident. I wish I didn't have it because I would turn it loose. And
I'm gonna be messy right quick.
What's up? What's up?
So sometimes you see stuff, and when you follow, you screenshot, and you be like, send it to the group chat because it's like, oh, girl, the girls are fighting. There was a post that the board teachers did. I think they must have been promoting or marketing. I'm gonna be messy.
Come on.
Marketing their tour, and I think they must have advertised it as the #1 teacher comedy tour, right? And one of the first comments I noticed was yours.
Come on, man.
And it said, "How do y'all? I want to quote you. How do y'all have the #1 teacher comedy tour when the #1 teacher comedian ain't on there?" I can't remember what your words were verbatim.
Just pretty much that.
And then I sent the screenshot to the group chat, and I say, "Oh, guys, the girls are fighting." And then like 30 minutes later, it was gone.
Look here, man.
You deleted it.
Well, I deleted one of them. Somebody else must have deleted the other one because I had 2 on there.
Okay.
I got that. It was something like them taking my material. I said something about that because in that advertisement, the dude used my joke. Dude that was on my tour used my joke. I'm like, whoa, skis. I didn't even know that. So, I mean, come on, man. This is in my face. I'm hearing about them. They using my stuff. I mean, how many times you got to get hit before you want to hit somebody back? I be quiet. I don't say nothing. I just do my thing. Nobody knows about this part. And so they try to act like it don't exist, but then build off of your name at the same time. So it's okay to say something. So this is say something type of moment for me.
Okay.
And, I ain't trying to put nobody down or nothing, but, I mean, just be real, I had a moment of like, man, I'm sick of this, man. Hey, how you got the #1 too? You ain't got the #1. And I ain't never said I was #1 nothing. Just it was more of like a comeback to what they was.
Right.
You never heard me say I'm this, I'm that, But yeah, I just got tired of one of them things. How many times you let a dude cheat on you before you do something different? You know what I'm saying? You can take so much.
I'm glad you brought that up because we have a cheating episode of Teachers After Dark that we
I
would
bet
love
you do.
for
I bet y'all do.
Stay around and join us for.
I bet y'all do.
We'll talk about that too in a minute.
For sure.
All right, so let's go back to the receipts that you have for the jokes. Was there like one joke that was stolen? Was there several things that were stolen?
Well, all I needed to hear was one.
And
see, from the promo, they used clips of. I guess they use promos of the clips of their best jokes. You got to advertise to say you #1. But then again, #1 shouldn't have bothered me because that's a marketing ploy.
Right.
That's fine, but a lot of times people will hit me up. Teachers, they'll be on there. I get tagged in some stuff. That's how I found out about them.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Is Eddie B on there?" And I never forget. I answered one of the teachers. I say, nah, I'm not. I got my own tour. This is not my tour. But I said, but make sure you support them too.
Oh,
I said
nice.
that. Yeah, that's Eddie B. That's me. That's me.
nice.
But how many times can I do that though?
Yeah.
When I do that, then you in my face.
Have they reached out to you to work with you again?
Come on, man.
Is this a moment? Is it a truth telling moment?
Come on, man.
Okay, what's your
Yeah.
response?
Yeah, big time.
Okay.
Big time. And it's not that I don't want to work with them, you know. Okay, you want that juice. Okay. When I went to go shoot the podcast, I had a show in Tampa, Florida. They're
Okay.
based out of Orlando. I drove from Tampa after my show the next day before my flight, because I fly out the next day. I always fly home. Drove to Orlando from Tampa,
Okay.
right? I was promised gas money at least. You know what I'm saying? I shot like 3 episodes with them. For sure. 2 or 3, I don't remember. But black folk remember gas money.
Hell yeah.
I remember gas money. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I don't know. Maybe they felt like I said, no, I'm good. I don't never remember saying I'm good because we had to drive from Tampa to Orlando.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's a decent, extra for somebody else. But anyway, did these. It was great. Shot them up. Y'all seen the clips. You know how they break them down. And, y'all seen them. And then I left. I'm like, gas money, like you said, right?
Right.
I'm like, wow. So, ain't no hits after that. I just never forgot that. It's a principle for me, And so after that, of course, they hit me up a few times. And if I could, I was just busy, but it's like a no for me, because you've used my name enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've used my material enough, my style enough. Man, boys roach and shine. So you got to stop it sometime.
When they reach out to you to ask you to come back, what is the conversation? Have you ever had a conversation with them like, hey, A, you stole my stuff.
No.
2, you didn't give me gas money. 3, watermark off the videos or the clips that I appear in. You put those mini 30-second, 1-minute clips out. You're eating every clip you put out because I'm in the video.
Man.
Are these conversations, because this now we're talking about business. Are these conversations that are held? Or are you just like, I'm going to eat it and I'm not going to work with y'all again?
Conversation take 2 people. Yeah.
Okay.
I have messages. I don't want to just, air nobody
that's
out.
fine.
But, they have events, even wanted me on the tour. But my representation, like, it can be Eddie B. And yeah, they wanted me to be a part of, and my people was like, hell no. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm glad you said that, because they asked me how you feel about doing something about this. I was still in my for the teachers type mode. He's like, you want to do a show with? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I got with him. Hell yeah, I'll do it. And then my representation like, yeah, well, I think it should be Eddie B. And I'm like, I'm with you on that. I ain't trying to be the Temptation. What's his name? David Ruffin.
Yeah.
But that's just only fair, And I don't think they agreed to it because they got a brand. It can't be Eddie B and Boy Teachers. It got to be Boy Teachers featuring your boy.
Featuring Eddie B.
Yeah, and we wasn't having that. So I didn't do nothing with them on their tour. They had some shows. They had something out the country they was trying to do and wanted to add me. But I nonchalantly was like, nah, I'm busy. I did have a lot of stuff to do. And recently, they want to do another podcast, shoot some podcasts, 4 episodes.
Okay.
And fly me down, shoot 4 episodes. I hadn't responded. I saw it. I'm just trying to figure out how to respond. You know what I'm saying? It's been like a month though.
So for the up and coming teacher content creator,
yeah.
When I call them conglomerates, when these big entities like board teachers that capitalize off of your content, reach out to you and say, hey, we want you to appear. Can you give us a roundabout guesstimate of what's the offering? Yes, we're going to fly you out. So lodging, I'm assuming your hotel is covered. I'm assuming. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah.
Okay. What other compensation is there? Because I'm just not flying to you and staying in a hotel.
Well, for me,
don't give me your number.
Yeah, for me, they was gonna fly me out. Well, plan on flying me out, give me a couple racks, hotel at 2, 2 recs, right? But to shoot 4 episodes, so let's break that math down. 4 whole episodes. You know how many clips you can take
in a 30-minute episode,
right? And then go hit with your following, and you're gonna get that back off one whatever. And I sat on it a little minute, not even to consider it, but to see how I'm gonna respond, because I'm still on that no gas money. I'm still on that stealing my stuff. I'm still on that y'all the #1 tour. Like, kinfolk, you don't even know you stepping on toes. You tripping. I just ain't said nothing. So
$2,000, even if we're just throwing a random number out there, is insane. I'm thinking you're going to tell me $2,000 per episode, because the amount of money that they're going to make off of a 1 minute clip.
Yeah, I think they still think I'm in that just for the teachers mode.
Right.
That's dead.
Let's talk about that though.
That's dead. Well, that's dead when it comes to
when it comes to them.
Yeah.
The big corporations that are making the money, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's so important, and I don't hate to bring race into stuff. I don't mind bringing race into everything. I don't care. That's just me. But do you feel like it has something to do with that? Like, oh, you're black. Like, take these crumbs. You should be happy that we have you on at the table. Yes, we know you have a name, but we're board teachers, or we're Crayola, or we're whomever, and you should be happy to be a part of us. So we're giving you a flight, Spirit, Ramada Inn. Yeah. Here goes $2,000 to shoot some content for us. Are you supposed to be happy with that? Are you supposed to accept that because they're who they are?
Or you asking on behalf of me, or what I would say to like
you.
Hell no.
Okay.
I mean, look here, man. Know your worth, man. This is the social media world right now. A conglomerate is just that. You know how many of them they got in this world? So many. And you still got your following, your content, your style, and your edge. Man, don't let nobody price you out of that.
So how do you go about, like, let's say an up-and-coming creator like me, right? Okay. How do you not price yourself out? Like, what do you know? How do you know what's good, what's not? Because I think about me, right? I think about Sir King B. I think about Talking T. I think about all of us that are as radical and outspoken on our platforms as we are. And when people come to us and say, hey, can you do this? It's very rare, because, you know, people ain't really rocking. Companies ain't rocking with us. Yeah. But if a random, I'm going to say, let's say a local insurance agency reaches out. Or, you know, a brand reaches out and we say, okay, yeah, I'll charge you. I'm gonna just shoot a random number out, $500 for a 1 minute video. You get 10 days of usage rights, blah, blah, you know, the whole social media jargon. And they're like, yeah, we were hoping you would just do it for free content or for free promo material.
Yeah.
For free items.
Well, I will say this, man, grinding is grinding. So if you gotta do it, you know, if you don't feel like you're being exploited, you trying to, if it benefits you by, you know, being on their stuff and on their platform, do that. You got to do what you got to do in the game. That's just part of the hustle right there. But when you get to a certain point, know your worth. You know what I'm saying? If you've been paid a certain amount, you've been given a certain amount, you have a certain following, you know, don't go backwards for somebody who's just trying to step. They really, you know, it's a dog-eat-dog type thing, and they'll price you out of the game. You know, they'll use you, and you, boom, and then here we go. So yeah, if you grinding, keep grinding, man. Like to be honest, I do stuff for free. I do stuff for free for people just because I know what they'll buy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
free is a big word for Elmo.
Well, I'm just saying though, like somebody want to do something and I see they up and I'll do it. Period. I don't care, man. But when I see something else, then. Yeah, now we gotta talk numbers.
So how do you keep from getting taken advantage of? Because it sounds like if you are for the teachers, there are a lot of people that'll like dig into that. Yeah. And will use you up for this whole I'm for the teachers. Yeah. So how do you decipher whether or not it's gonna be something you're gonna do for the teachers or you're gonna do something for my light bill or for your kids that got it?
Yeah. Well, when it happened to you more than a few times, you start to figure out the game. You know, you start to have discernment. You start to see, you know. It's a language they speak, you know. It's a cadence that they have. Right. You start to see that and hear that. Oh, okay. You just sit back and observe. Don't jump on nothing so fast. Just observe. Like, okay, he that. Okay.
So is that the importance of having people? You got a team now. Yeah. So does your team get to decipher through a lot of the foolishness before it even reaches you? Because I'm going to tell my story again. Like I told it on your podcast, how you were acting funny with me last year when I reached out to you.
Wasn't
acting funny when I reached out to you to say, hey, I'm an up and coming podcaster, teacher, influencer, come out and join my show. And then your team responded, yeah, little dog, Big Dog does not do small town podcasts and small town people. No, and thank you.
That don't even sound like me. That ain't my language at all. Matter of fact, I would have jumped on it because it ain't just a podcast. I'd have jumped on it. For real. Yeah. But I mean, that's just how I go. I was probably busy as all that. So I don't know what year it was. What is it, like you said, last year? Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, a lot of stuff going on. I won't
hold that against you.
It's all good.
It's a little salty a little bit.
But just know, but see. Yeah,
I was a little salty. And I was like, you come up across for hater. Next. Yeah. I don't like him. I don't like him.
That was misplaced.
And then I told people when I did your show that come to find out we literally live like 5 to 10 minutes
crazy
from each other. 5 to 10 minutes from each other. I had no idea. I knew you were in Houston.
Bar, some sugar.
Yeah, I knew you were here. Yeah, but I didn't know you were like here because we kind of stay in the suburbs.
Something like that. The beginning of them.
The beginning of the suburbs. Well, I think I'm a little deeper than you are.
So you got it.
But yeah, but I was like,
she's deeper than me.
No. Don't do that.
I can't go bar no sugar.
Go do that. But I had no idea that we were that close to each other and that we knew some of the same teacher influencers, teacher people or whatever. So I am going to give you a quick shout out real quick before we wrap this up because I do want you to do Teachers After Dark, but I also want to say in the social media content creator world of Houston, especially with teachers are concerned, it is so hard getting on. It's hard, right? I'm still not at 100K on TikTok, which is crazy. I've been on TikTok since 2021, right? Still not at 100K. Some of my videos go viral. Some of them, sometimes I just sit in algorithm hell where people don't see me at all, right? I remember when you hit me up, I was like, is this real? First you liked the video. And I sent it to the group chat and I said, y'all, what the fuck, right? And they were like, oh, that's cool. And then you follow me and I sent it to the group chat and I said, y'all, he followed me. Like I'm geeked, like, oh snap, like he's seeing my content, like my content is getting out there, right? And then when you hit me up, we chatted a little bit on the phone and you were like, hey, why aren't you out there? Like, you need to be out there. You are so positive. And you're like, hey, whatever I got to do to help you eat, it's enough. I want to pull you up. Like, you are so positive about that. And I am going to tell the people, you did not charge me to be here. No, you did not charge me to be here. So I appreciate that because in this social media world, like, there's so many gatekeepers. And I feel like I've had this conversation many times before. There are people who be trying to little bro me. Cannot stand that. Bro. I cannot stand that. So it's been a slow climb, but consistent movement. But just you having me on your show, putting me on your platforms, tagging me, whatever, like means a whole lot. So I appreciate that you're not as funny acting as I thought you were. So I will take back the negative things that I said about you in the group chat last year.
Thank you so much.
Group chat that's sitting over there. Ignore. Let's delete those messages. That's a group chat. They like, oh shit, we quiet.
They me the whole time. You know, wow.
So we go delete that and start over. Start anew.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate that. But not only that, from my conversation that I had with you, I've mentioned some other Houston content teacher creators' names, and you're already hitting them up, working with them. So the fact that you acknowledge that there is a group of us here, teacher content creators,
I ain't know
that exactly. That's so crazy,
you gotta
right?
Tell me, like right in the city. Come on,
right in the city. So some of us are funny, some of us are real and political. You have a whole gamut of teachers that would love to work with you and appreciate you trying to put us on.
I got stuff coming up.
So we appreciate that.
In the city.
We appreciate
big stuff.
Call me. I'm not going to have a job at the end of the year.
Hey,
so we'll talk about it on Tuesday After Dark, though.
One door closed, so many more open. You be all right.
We will be just fine. So anyway, well, thank you for joining us here. One more shot, and then hopefully you say yes to Teachers After Dark. All right. So thank y'all for joining us on this episode of Richmond Forest Finest, the podcast with Eddie B, and we will see y'all next time.